listening to Low Blow Sports on twitch.tv/SportsTownShy.
Hey, that's a low blow.
Get them right in the family jewels.
Where our sports takes hit you above and below the belt. Now here's the squad. Scotty Kiefer, Kobe Burke, and Nick Johnston. This is Low Blow Sports.
Boys, we're back here for Low Blow Sports. I'm Scotty K. No gimmick Nick Johnston over there. Kobe Burke behind the screens. How we feeling today, boys? Yeah, did you pick
Number 4?
There we
There
go.
she
Yeah, I
blows.
guess they changed it or something.
There we go. No, it's not number 4 no more.
No, it is not. It is number 4 now.
Oh, there we go. No, it's been 4.
It's whatever.
Coming off WrestleMania, we're ready to roll. Talking some ball.
Good at me, Kobe.
Oh my god.
We're good.
Little prankster.
We're good.
And also, you got a little poster up there. I saw that
know.
when you got in there.
Yeah.
Got to figure out where you are. And it's all right. We'll figure out where a lot of teams are going to be picking in the draft later on. We'll be talking about MLB because the Cubs are now the favorite to win the World Series, according to Baseball Reference.
Huh?
Yep.
I don't believe that for a second.
Don't
Yeah,
understand
no.
why, but we'll get into it.
I want to see that, actually.
Yeah, go pull up Baseball Reference right now. They have the highest odds to win the World Series right now. And then also, we're going to start it off by getting into the NBA playoffs because someone's got to talk about his team collapsing against the Pistons last night.
Oh, yikers.
You know, down, I think, what were they down? 20 points, and then ended up coming back and then lost by like 15 or something like that.
Lost by like 4.
No, they didn't.
Lost
Wasn't
by
it more
6.
than
They
that?
lost by 6.
I thought it was a lot
It was
higher.
sick.
The way Nick
Technically,
Nick
Google-
fans were on Twitter, it was way worse.
Technically, Google said they won 94-0.
Did it actually?
Yeah, I got a picture of it.
That's
Hold on.
hilarious. Oh, yeah, they did lose by 6. Okay.
Yeah.
But we'll get into the whole NBA playoffs as a whole. And like I said, it's draft week, so we're going to.
Yeah, 94-0. Nick, you see this? 94-0
Yeah, no, that's there. That's proof.
Yeah,
That's real.
proof.
Yeah.
Pistons'
real.
worst playoff performance I've ever seen. They put up 0 points in a game, apparently.
Trash.
Boys, let's get right into it. The NBA playoffs have been going on along with the NHL playoffs. With last night, I watched like 3 of the 4 games that were on last night. It was fantastic. Wearing Ovi's shirt because he scored 2 goals last night. But how are we feeling about the NBA playoffs as a whole? As much as the Bulls can't even make it and they're just completely okay with it, but as the NBA playoffs have started as a whole, how are we feeling toward it?
I think the top teams have like so far separated themselves from everybody else. Like the Thunder won by 60. The Cavs smoked the Heat.
Sorry, hit me with the yeet.
What are we?
Not the heat, that's the yeet. Miami Yeet.
They're not gang signs, okay?
What?
I don't know
He
what.
doesn't,
Don't
he
do
doesn't watch
that.
wrestling, so
I
he doesn't
know.
know.
I know, and he's also from New York, so I get it. I understand.
I'm not from New York.
Nah, he's from
No.
New York.
Yeah, he's from
No,
New
yeah,
York.
From the Red
Yeah.
Hook section of Brooklyn, New York.
Hey, I hope you guys
Yeah.
know. I hope you guys know when we don't do a show, it's because this guy goes to New York.
God.
I hope you know that that's the
Okay.
only reason why we don't do shows.
I do business trips. Business trips.
Oh my god.
I'm a working man.
No, you're not.
He's trying.
Oh,
boy, he's
anyways, all
trying.
right,
I don't
keep
even
going,
remember what I was
Gobi.
saying. Yeah, playoff basketball. Teams win, teams lose. I forgot what I was saying.
That is no,
Yes.
those are facts. Those are indeed
You
facts.
quote me on that.
Yeah.
Quote me on
I
that.
mean, again, it's one of those things where I guess water finds its balance when they go on a 21-0 run in the first game, and then I guess they collapse in the second game. They can't get it done.
I didn't know we were. I thought we were just talking about playoffs as a whole. Why does it?
I
gotta
was
be,
talking
like,
about
straight?
playoffs.
Yeah.
We were talking about playoffs
Oh,
as a
my
whole.
apologies.
He's harping on the
Yeah,
Knicks
already,
for you.
like-
I just immediately assumed Knicks.
I'm trying to avoid them to like not be biased, but
Just
okay.
be in general? Okay,
Yeah.
in general. I mean, yeah, so far so good. I mean, what, 2-1 series between the Clippers and the Denver Nuggets series? That seems pretty exciting already. Kawhi Leonard. Vintage Kawhi Leonard.
Honestly, though, like he's turning back the clock and like saving the Clippers right now in a very tough series, and you like to see it from him. We
Yeah.
haven't really seen
Who's
this from
the
him in a
Nuggets
while.
head coach right now? Who do they have?
Oh, I forget their hack's
The
name.
interim head coach. Let me look it
I
up.
don't
really
even
quick.
know
forget
who
his
it
hack's
is
name.
anymore.
But I mean,
Because it's probably a combination of that too.
yeah. Although I would say, as a team, they don't look
David
terrible.
Edelman.
David Julian Edelman's brothers coaching.
What's like his back? I'm gonna look up his background.
Adelman.
Oh,
Look up his background, see what he's done.
but I mean, from watching them, they definitely seem better than they were when they did fire Mike Malone, but they're not to the stature that they were when they were winning the NBA title. They
Yeah.
weren't that dominating team.
Well,
that we
nothing's
saw them
changed. I
of
mean,
last.
Jokic is still locking in triple doubles, so there's that.
Yeah.
So that seemed like the performance. I didn't watch a ton of each game, just catching some highlights though. But I mean, like I said, it's been exciting. Like I said, I think we were kind of on the nose. These are all low scoring affairs. So anyone that's
That's why
participating,
That's
yeah.
why playoff basketball is better because
Oh, yeah.
they are the low scoring
Except
games.
for the top seeds.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
that's
when
the difference.
when the Thunder just blowing right through the Grizzlies, that was a 50-point affair.
Cavs won by 20.
Yeah.
Magic won by
Yeah,
like,
that was actually a little bit close. I think the Orlando had the leads at halftime, so
Yeah.
that was somewhat close.
I mean,
Oh no, sorry, that was Boston. That was Boston, Orlando. That's my apologies.
yeah, Boston won by like 15, 20.
Yeah, same thing. They came back. So I mean, yeah, the upper seeds are going to be exactly that. It's going to be chalk
They're
there, but
dominating.
these 4-5, 3-6 matchups
We
ought to be
got
okay.
Dame coming back tonight.
Okay.
Game 2.
That
Yeah,
should be
I know
interesting.
that-
Yeah, I don't know how much he's gonna play. I don't know how much the blood clots affect playtime, and also, who's their backup? Who's their starting point guard now?
Yeah, it's not T anymore.
Yeah, I don't know who they have starting. 'Cause I
I
haven't
got
really
it
been
up
watching.
right now. It was
But-
Rollins.
Seth
Alright.
Rollins.
Yes. Jimmy Rollins
No,
playing
it
Switch
was
Sports.
Ryan Rollins. was the
That's not a real
starting point
person,
guard.
but yeah.
That's not a real
Yeah.
person. Having Dame is definitely
That's
gonna
like
be better
4
than
years
that.
into 2K. They got random players.
And when you lose like that, it's definitely getting something back. But one thing I do want to ask is, as much as like we see all these other top seeds like destroying basically, the Warriors pull off a good win in Game 1. Is that could we see more of that from them? Is just they struggle in the season and they're that team that they struggle in the midseason. They somehow get to the playoffs, but then Curry maybe turns it on to get them to
I
the
think
next
it's a
round.
combination of that and then Rockets' inexperience. Because this is their first playoff game. They got
Yeah.
no one on that team except Fred VanVleet, and he shot like 4 for 20
Yeah.
for that game.
And for what it's worth, they did also come back from a 20-point lead.
Yeah,
They-
20 cut it back down to 3, and then they brought the starters back in.
Yeah.
That backcourt was not good.
No, it
Horrible.
was not.
I mean, this is the lopsided 7 seed the Warriors are. I mean, again, you could almost flip it even still. It would make sense. This is a very weak 2 seed in my mind, just because of the experience.
It seems like looking at the whole bracket as a whole, that's like the only series where you can actually see a big upset there, just
Yeah.
because of the
And I still wouldn't even call it an upset. necessarily.
I guess you could.
Even by the numbers, yes, again, but I don't know. Like I count for the experience of the Warriors. And
I mean, Timberwolves beat the
Playoff
Lakers
Jimmy.
game 1. Is that
yeah,
Nas Reed,
Nas.
defense, Antonio.
okay. You want to know something? So WrestleMania,
I
right?
might have like messed up bringing this up.
Ready for this? WrestleMania.
Nas
right?
Reed flag.
There was a guy on the left side of the screen the entire weekend with a Nas Reed
Yeah,
flag.
Nas Reed.
I can't- never took it down. Just it said Nas Reed
Nas
every
Reed.
single
Do we know?
every single shot.
Do we know people are still getting Nas Reed tattoos? Because that was like my favorite thing when I started doing that.
Nick.
Yeah, I'll never tell.
Like you got a fantasy score, okay, on
Does
your
have
heart.
a
Like you
fancy
might as well
score.
just Nas Reed.
He's got a Nas Reed tattoo on his
Yeah.
butt.
I mean, like I said, you'll never know. I'll never kiss and tell.
Nick said he's gonna get the Nas Reed and put it right above his bed.
Right above.
He wakes up in the morning.
Like
Nas
one of
Reed.
the old fat heads they used to make.
It's finally a flag I can salute.
Oh, dude, it was weird. I used to have one of those fat heads.
I always wanted one.
It was Brian Urlacher. It was it was kind of cool.
See, now I'm imagining, like the Ice Spice flags. Like imagine that, but like
Nas Reed.
like Nas Reed.
Oh my god.
Get one of those.
yeah. Let's get one
If
of
you
those.
find that on Amazon, send it over.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, or like Timu or whatever.
But and I like that you did bring up the Timberwolves because, I mean, as much as everyone has been saying this Lakers team should dominate with who they have on this, I mean, you kind of saw some glimpses of it, but in the end, are they still not meshing together, or was it just a game one circumstance, maybe pick it up tonight?
I think the Lakers probably do bounce back and win this game. Like I said, they just probably weren't ready for how physical the Timberwolves were going to be. Anthony Edwards is a different animal. And-
Yeah, sure. Did you see what he said?
Nah.
He was getting heckled by some Laker fans, and his response was something about his lower extremities. being bigger than the fans.
Okay.
So, is his head in the right
Facts are
headspace?
facts.
I think we should be more worried.
That's actually a great headspace to be. Have
Yeah.
you ever been playing? Have you ever been playing ball? Like someone just talking smack, and you just let off a quick one. Yeah, it's got to be quick on your feet, and he is. Let's go.
I think in the case of Ant, I feel like it's more of a problem if he's not like talking to people.
Probably.
Like
Yeah.
that's what he does. He's like Pat Beverly if he was actually good at basketball.
That's good.
That's so bad.
That's good.
That's so bad.
I mean, you know the stories about like Kevin Garnett and all those guys in the
Oh,
Celtics.
yeah,
like they
100%.
needed to like even make up the fake hype just to get themselves going. See, he called me that in German. Like, no, he did not. No, he did not.
I'll tell you what, though. I mean, I went back to the Thunder game mostly because the highlights are up on the screen out there.
Nice.
But I don't think it's the actual game. I think it's just a different random
it's
game
just a
from
different
the
game.
season. But Shea Gilgeous-Alexander didn't. That was a complete team game from them that they dominated, and Shea Gilgeous-Alexander did not even play that well. He had 15 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds. Only got to the line 7 times.
That's crazy.
Only 7 times.
Was he 7
And
for
was
7?
4 for 13 from the field.
Okay.
6 of 7. Of course. Look where he is.
That was the first thing I noticed. That was that was actually a very good point to note. Exactly that. It's like, oh, he only had 15 points. Like, oh, he probably only played like 20 minutes or something like that. So.
I can actually tell you how much he played. He played 23
It could be
minutes.
they're not really trying that hard
There you
yet.
go.
I feel like. 'Cause
Then again, they had
got-
Andrew Wiggins, Isaiah Joe, and Jay Williams off the bench get almost 20 minutes into the game. So, like I
And then
said,
where'd all the
complete
sco-
team
I
domination.
was going to say, was it like a spread out like 20, 20, 20?
Here's your starting from Chet all the way to Lou Dort, 19, 20, 14, 15, 12, 21 from Wiggins off the bench.
Really, all right, so nice and
Alright.
spread
Like I
out.
said, team
Yeah.
win where Shea didn't really have to do much. That's scary if you're the Grizzlies because you know he's probably going to turn it on later
Oh yeah, if he needs to.
if he needs to. He'll
Otherwise,
just get to
it'll
the
just be
line
another-
14 times.
He
It'd
can
just be like a
he-
rec center. Like, no, you go. No, you.
I
go.
imagine when he turns the sliders up, he doesn't turn up the 3-point slider. He turns up like the foul. Like he turns up the foul calls.
Just to
Like
get to
he
the
goes to
line.
2K sliders, foul call.
His 2K games take
Yeah.
2.5 hours to complete with 6-minute quarters.
Yeah,
Just-
he would watch every single replay for sure. It's like, yeah, you touched me right there.
Colby, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, you're the type of guy to watch
No,
every
I
single
hate
replay
replays.
on 2K.
I'm spamming the X button to skip David Aldridge. I'm not sitting through that.
You know what I actually do a lot when I'm playing Madden? I accidentally keep clicking A to skip through it, and I accidentally pick the wrong play and
Yep.
snap the ball at
That'll
the same
happen.
time. It's like, bro, did not want to go yet. I don't even know what play I'm running.
Been there, done
And I
that.
just run with the
Like,
quarterback.
I hate MLB The Show because pictures take way too long. I just
Dude,
throw the ball.
yeah.
Throw the ball. It's annoying.
They don't have the pitch clock in the game.
No, I think they do.
I don't have to have the newer versions.
Oh, you
Oh.
don't?
Yeah.
Okay. That's always been a problem with MLB. They never just take so long with that. I hate that they took away guest pitch in these games now.
It sucks.
But I mean, so we got 3 games on tonight. I think there were only 2 last night, or were there more?
Yeah, it was just 2.
Yeah, it was just the 2. We got 3 tonight: Bucks, Pacers, Grizzlies, Thunder, and Timberwolves, Lakers. I mean, all pretty much good games. There are, other than the first 2 games aren't really evenly spaced out. But also, Bucks Pacers is on NBA TV. It's not even on TV for us, really.
I mean, one of these we know how it's gonna go. I think Thunder.
The Thunder
Grizzlies,
one?
Yeah, we don't need to turn that one on.
well, that one's the one that's on
Yeah.
TV at 6 o'clock. So
Yeah, we don't need to turn that one on.
I'd
because-
rather watch the Bucks game because that one is either at least going to be competitive. I don't think the Grizzlies are going to be able to
I don't
put
know,
up a
what
good
was-
fight
what
against them.
I want to see Kuzma. Pull a Tony Snell again. That'd be
I
great.
mean, just
That was hilarious. Tony Snell, welcome back, buddy.
Yeah, that was good.
We don't need you anymore.
Take a seat. Yeah,
We don't need you
we need
anymore.
you more. We
We
got
got
this.
Kyle Kuzma.
We got this. We got this. No, I mean, just if you were just like I said, just trying to sell like a wrestling match, Giannis versus Tyrese Halliburton or John Morant versus Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, I don't know. The way John Morant's going around, I feel like the way he's acting, maybe you don't want him on TV. But
Anthony
apparently-
Edwards versus LeBron.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be the good nightcap. And actually, I want to mention this real quick because the NHL playoffs is going on at the same time. They have a game tonight between the Golden Knights and the Minnesota Wild, starting here at 10 o'clock. Minnesota
Oh,
playing in Vegas is starting at 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
That's insane.
playing in Vegas,
Yes,
starting
at 8 o'clock
It'll be
their
7 o'clock.
time,
Oh,
but it's
that's yeah.
10 o'clock in Minnesota.
That's tough.
So if
That's-
if you're a Minnesota fan, that's tough.
It's
At
like-
least they
it's-
have
it's-
these
it's-
games. I mean, even the Minnesota Laker game, that game's starting at 9 o'clock. That's even a little late.
Yeah, but it's like West Coast baseball. You play the Dodgers, your game starting 10-10.
I know
I don't
it
think you can do about
sucks.
it.
Have some sleepy
And
Minnesotans.
then you don't sleep for the whole week.
It will
Minnesota.
be. It is kind of pretty bad. But when we come back, we're going to be getting to the MLB, talk about the Cubs having the best chances to win the World Series with one of the worst bullpens I've seen in a long time, although everyone on their team is hitting okay. We'll get into that and also talk about how Nick Castellanos literally broke the bank for every American yesterday for not hitting a home run. But yeah, we'll talk about that and more here on Low Blow Sports.
This is your home for sports.
This is the best fans in the world.
No better team.
SportsTownChicago.com.
Are you ready for this? Valley View Automotive has all of the hottest SUVs you've been looking for. Enjoy a test drive and the opportunity to drive one of these powerful vehicles off the lot for half the price. Yes, half the price. Now's the time to get yourself to Valley View by car, on foot, or even by air to take advantage of this outrageous sale. You better get here quickly, because this promotion is only going on for 24 hours, and the automobiles are leaving the lot faster than you can say four-wheel drive. Valley View Automotive, a dealership you can depend on.
Hey, I'm Andy Griggs, asking you to help prevent domestic violence. Domestic violence isn't a woman's issue, it hurts all of us. Women are injured and killed every day by their husbands and boyfriends. So it's time for men to take action right now to teach boys that violence against women is wrong, to help prevent abuse before it starts. Call the Family Violence Prevention Fund at 1-800-END-ABUSE to get a free Take Action kit containing tips on what to say to boys. That's 1-800-END-ABUSE. Teach early.
Indeed is the #1 job search user with over 250 million monthly users. Indeed's priority is to help everyone in the job searching process to find a job by uploading 10 new job opportunities every 10 seconds worldwide. With Indeed, you have free access to job searches, resume uploads, and company researches. There are over 10,000 employees at Indeed that pursue to help people find the job they are looking for. They connect with millions of people to new opportunities. Go to Indeed.com and sign up for free and create a resume and let Indeed do the rest to help you on your job search.
Hey, I'm Jesus Mauricio. Be sure to tune in every Friday to listen to Zeus Off the Bat, a baseball talk show from 1 to 2 p.m. where I'll be discussing and updating you on all things about baseball, news, predictions, reactions, and more about the Cubs, Sox, and everything across the league. Happens every Friday at 1 p.m. right here on SportsTownChicago.com. Don't forget to follow and share our Twitter and Instagram with your friends at Zeus Off the Bat. Zeus Off the Bat!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Low Blow Sports. Scotty K, No Good Mick Johnson, Kobe Burke behind the screens. Boys, actually, Nick, I know you got the answer for it. How much money did you lose in Nick Castellanos not hitting a home run the day the Pope died?
$5 whole.
Yep, $10 bonus bet. So, Kobe, nothing.
That's why there's no coffee in my hand today.
Yep.
Personally, I had a great time watching that game.
This guy over
You
here.
know, for no reason,
benefits.
for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
reasons whatsoever.
New reason.
No reasons.
Yeah, I just enjoy good baseball.
Did you see the Juan Soto home run? His reaction to it?
Yeah, I was watching it live.
That was hilarious.
They won the game.
He
I
was
don't
just
care. If they would have lost, I would have mad about it, but they won, so it's whatever.
Yeah, it's whatever.
And then Dora hit a 3-1 homer the next inning.
You know what else is whatever? Baseball Reference has updated their percentage chance to win the World Series. And the Chicago Cubs are leading the chances to win the World Series this year. I think it's only at like I don't even remember what it is. I think it's like a 7% or something like that on Baseball Reference. It's nothing, but they are the top team.
Okay.
You look at this team and how they're playing. It's good. They hit. They're pitching. Yikes. Steele's out for the season. They, again, have no bullpen.
Yeah, it seems that way. I mean, mathematically, you can only assume with them looking the way that they are, and it'll slowly grow the lead. I think they're going to win the Central. So you know they're going to be in the postseason. They're going to be in a nice, commanding, an upper hand and have home field advantage to some degree to start off. So it gives, like I said, it gives you some sort of degree. I'm not going to argue right now. It's way too early.
That's way too early.
It's way too early to do anything like that. But I mean, the Rangers are 13-9, Cubs are 14-10. I mean, it's all the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, your Mets are 16-7 there. That's not too bad.
Yeah. Not too shabby.
Not too shabby.
I mean, Kyle Tucker's off to a great start.
Yeah,
Kyle,
that's like the best
we were
thing you could ask
clowning on
for.
Kyle Tucker, but like actually that's going to turn out to be a good signing. It's going to turn out to be a good trade. The problem is you got to re-sign him. That's their whole problem.
He might be
I mean,
playing
if he
himself
does
out of
this, I mean, if he does this, and he's going to get well more than 500 million. Excuse me. Well more than 500.
Well more than 500,000.
I mean, how old is he?
I think he's 28, 27.
Let's take a quick gander.
I think we'll get like 400. But the thing with Juan Soto and Vladdy is like they're both 25. I feel
Yeah,
like add a
that
couple
is
years,
the other thing.
Add a couple years, it goes down to about 425 over like 10 years.
What do we got next?
12.
He is 28 years old.
So yeah, about 12-year deal, 400.
Why would you give him a 12-year deal? Take him till he's 40?
That's what you got to do.
That's so stupid.
Vladdy, we want to sign till they're like 41.
I'd give him a 10-year.
I mean, they got the Dodgers coming up. So that's you saw earlier Japan, 0-2. You got a little revenge series. I don't think you're gonna sweep, but if you split a series with the Dodgers, then I could see the World Series chances.
Not this early, and not with this bullpen they have. I can't give it to them.
I fully agree with that. Gave up like 8 runs against the Diamondbacks the other day. That was horrible.
Granted, they did score like 10 the next inning, so that they could win, but that's not going to happen every time you give up 8 runs in an inning like that.
As someone with Porter Hodge, my fantasy team, that was horrible. So, I did win, so it doesn't matter.
What does your fantasy baseball team look like?
Let's pull it up.
Have you ever played fantasy baseball, Nick?
No.
This is my first time doing it.
I played fantasy basketball once, and I just would change players out every single day because our commissioner didn't do that. Like where you're locked in for like a day after they play.
So
my
didn't know
score was just inflated. Like everyone was winning so high.
I didn't know how it worked. How so we're doing it's the categories league. I don't know what it means. I'm just taking players. So it goes by. You need to score runs, home runs, RBI, stolen bases, OPS for hitting, and then save, strikeouts, ERA, whip, and quality starts for pitching.
Whip, okay.
Yeah, and I found that out after the draft.
That's kind of
so.
Crazy.
So I have a buddy that has a similar league where you're trying to win the categories, and if you win, out of the 10, is there how many categories in yours?
10.
9 or 10?
10
Okay.
10 categories.
So if you win 6 out of the 10, you win that week. Exactly.
So
is there a tiebreaker if you go 5 and 5?
This league is every category counts against your record.
Okay.
Oh, whoa.
So
one game gets you.
Yeah.
You gonna be like 0-10?
Yeah.
Wow.
The leader is 18, 10, and 2.
Okay.
Categories.
Okay.
Which
I don't mind that. That kind of makes sense. So I mean, technically, if you wanted to go all, that's what my buddy did. He stacked up. He went all pitchers. Got all the best pitchers, all the best closers, all the best pitchers he could in the first 5-6 rounds. And then he considered the stealing bases. So after that, he just got all the speedsters.
Yeah, this was an auction draft.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So I mean, I'm in 5th place right now. I don't have the best hitters, but I'm managing.
Just read me your team.
I'm managing. Okay. Will Smith, Pasquatch, Jonathan Aranda, Jake Berger. I picked up Dansby, hoping for a bounce back season.
Dansby?
Not happening. I'm only starting him because Tovar is hurt right now.
Yeah, okay.
Bregman, Westberg, Buxton, James Wood, Michael Harris, Butler, PCA. On the bench, I got Nimmo, Brandon Lau. Chandler Simpson just got called up, 100 steals. I'm like, let me pick it up, get some steals. Tovar's on the IL. McNeil's on the IL. Pitching, Eovaldi, Flaherty, Robbie Ray, Hunter Green, Liberatore, Lugo, Reagans later. And then I got
A lot of glue guys.
Yeah. A lot of
big
good
inning,
guys in
big
there.
inning guys. I got Jeff Hoffman, Mason Montgomery, Tommy Canley.
I got something for you.
And I just picked up Yoho, as the Brewers called him up.
Okay.
They're like best really
Yeah.
in baseball. Why not?
I got something for you. Hunter Green is the best starting pitcher in the NL Central.
Makes
See,
sense.
he was great until this week.
He had one bad
Yeah,
start.
but
Paul Skeens is not playing up to what everyone thought he is so far. I'd say he hasn't reached. He's been playing great. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's been playing awful, but he hasn't been playing as good as everyone thinks so far.
Yeah,
And
Pirates.
Hunter Green, other than that last game that he pitched, has been one of the best pitchers.
If he keeps doing what he did his first 3 starts, he's Cy Young candidate.
Oh, 100%.
100%. We see all glimpses of it. I think the high velo, the ability to go 9 innings every week, and now if he just puts it together, Cy Young.
Yeah.
He just had the control problems. But now this year, besides for the last week where I forgot who he played,
Did they play San Francisco?
they played a good team. I know it was a good team because he's not going to give up 5 runs.
They played the
to-
Orioles this
They
past
did play the
week.
Orioles, but they put up
24.
they put up 3 touchdowns and a field goal.
Yeah.
And gave up a safety. So
True.
I mean,
Yeah, Baltimore.
the Ravens versus Bengals. It was a crazy game, man.
White Sox and Twins are playing for the bottom of the Central today. This next 3 games. That's gonna be fun.
Yay!
Twins have been terrible.
The Sox
Good.
are actually on pace to be worse than last year.
Nah.
But it doesn't feel like that, does it? It doesn't feel like that.
Not at all.
They are on pace to be worse than
Because
last
the wins
year.
have been fun. The 5 wins have been ecstatic.
Dude, like the 5 wins and watching this team, pretty fun.
Yeah.
Are they really on pace to be worse?
They are on
saw a
pace to be
stat.
worse.
They're 5 and 17.
Yeah, I
right
saw
now.
a stat that said it took them like till
To be
April.
fair.
Although it
27th.
did take them, it took them 7 less days to get 5 wins.
Yeah, I saw that stat. Like last year, they got
But
the 5th win on the 27th.
Somehow they're still. I think it was because the season started later last year.
It did it?
Maybe.
I think so.
I don't know if it did.
I think it did. I think
might
last
have.
year we started closer to April than we did this year.
Maybe.
I don't remember. I try to forget the beginning of last season.
Gee whiz,
I
kiddo.
just forgot it happened.
I mean, honestly, me too. Not even trying to do
Yeah.
Not even feeding into the bit. I don't remember what happened at the beginning. Obviously Mets related.
Oh yeah.
Ed Luz Garcia Diaz.
Ed Luz Garcia getting hurt.
Ed Luz Diaz.
By the way, because he got hurt at the World Baseball Classic.
Oh, that was 2023.
Yeah, that was 2023.
2024, they started like 0-5.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
okay.
bad.
All right.
Yeah.
2026 World
So
Baseball
you do
Classic.
remember, liar.
I said I try not to remember.
This
Ah.
2026 World Baseball Classic, Team USA might just throttle opponents. Their team could be one of the best baseball teams ever.
They always
put on
have the
field.
hitters, but it's just the pitchers aren't committing.
That's fair. That's fair.
Their number 1 pitcher last time was like Lance Lynn. Like you're not.
True.
Yeah.
Bomb.
Like what did I see here?
You got-
I saw.
Like if their top pitchers actually pitched, they would for sure win. But
Like they're hitters. So in left you're gonna have Tucker, Judge, Trout.
Yeah, you said Judge was the manager said Judge was his very first
Captain.
call as soon as he got the A-OK.
Oh yeah.
captain.
Yes.
Then you're from third base to first. You're gonna have Gunnar, Witt, Mookie, Harper, catcher Adley Rutschman.
I think
That's
pitching matters.
disgusting.
Pitching matters
And
way
pitching,
more.
that's your thing.
Because
the pitching
if
matters.
you get the top pitchers,
Paul
you
will
get
be on that team
you get Paul
probably.
Skeens, you get Zach Wheeler, Scooble, Hunter Green. It's just if they want to pitch, because last time,
None of the pitchers
yeah,
wanted to go pitch.
You had horrible
Now starting
pitchers.
for Team USA, Jonathan Cannon. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, dang it! Sox fans, yay!
Yay.
Let's ask the fan.
You got, like,
Yay!
you're like Trevor Bauer is like your number 1 starter.
We'll
And
let
it's
the
like-
fan decide.
Trevor Bauer actually had a bad game this field.
He has a lot of bad games.
No, he doesn't actually.
Yeah.
Trevor Bauer does not have a lot of bad games. And no, hey, there's a lot of pitchers getting hurt right now. but
I
Trevor
mean,
Bauer's
I
not
can
getting
respect
call.
the eastbound and down like cosplay he's doing right now. I really appreciate it. He's full commitment. I can
He's been in
appreciate
comment
that.
sections for like 4 years now, saying like someone needs to start it.
Because, dude,
Like, it's not
there's so
gonna
many
happen.
pitcher injuries. Just
It's-
someone go get Trevor
It's
Bauer.
not gonna happen. He's like, man, I bet a team could use a former Cy Young Award winner. I'm just hanging out, and no one wants him.
They could, though. Anyways, when we come back, it's time. It's the NFL draft week. We got a lot of questions to be asked, and we got to figure out who teams are going to be picking on Thursday when we come back here on Low Blow Sports.
This is your home for sports.
Red left.
SportsTownChicago.com.
Take that exit and get to the Southern Cafe, home of the Nasty Biscuit on Roselle Road in Roselle. Get over there and try the chicken fried chicken biscuit made with the Southern Cafe's house-made drop biscuit with buttermilk chicken fried chicken smothered in country gravy, topped with shredded cheddar and crumbled hickory smoked bacon. I always say that when you go to the Southern Cafe, you come out with 2 meals with the heaping amounts of food they serve you in every meal. I love to go to a place with outdoor seating. The Southern Cafe has a great outdoor seating area to help social distance, and I get to enjoy my breakfast outdoors. Open 6:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. to give you plenty of time to grab an amazing breakfast or lunch. Now get your butt over to the Southern Cafe on Roselle Road.
Hello?
It's speed walking day.
Dorothy? You're breaking up.
Did I mention we'd be slowing down when we pass the court where those fine brothers play ball?
I heard that.
Reduce your risk of cancer, diabetes, heart disease, and stroke. Get active, eat right, and maybe even run into Mr. Right. Isn't sisterhood beautiful? For more information, go to everydaychoices.org. Brought to you by the American Cancer Society, the American Diabetes Association, the American Heart Association, the Ad Council, and this station.
Alert! Alert! Be gone, maxed out credit cards, overdue loans, suffocating interest rates, and relentless collection agencies. If your credit rating is making you and others around you cringe, there's only one thing to do, and that's to turn to the professionals at Creative Credit Solutions. Even if your credit is less than perfect, we'll help you get back on track. You can do it, and we can help. Call today or visit creativecreditsolutions.net for your free credit check report.
Blow the whistle on SportsTownChicago.com. Mondays and Fridays from 2 to 3 p.m. as we talk NFL.
The game plan was really sound.
In the quarterback league. It has been, it still is.
Franchise-defining quarterbacks.
College football.
Will Jim Harbaugh make it through the season as Michigan's head coach?
Some more Big Ten talk.
And here's some things you wouldn't expect.
I would have never expected that.
Get all of that and more on Blow the Whistle on SportsTownChicago.com.
Welcome back to Low Blow Sports. And ever since the NFL season has ended, the Tennessee Titans have been on the clock. And somehow, I think everyone knows where they're probably going with it. But everyone else, it could be anything. In the past 2 days, we've had number 2, 3, and 4 all say that they're listening to offers to trade out of those picks.
Wow.
And it's making this a pretty hard draft to predict. So last year, we did a full mock draft the whole first round. This year, I think we're just going to do the top 10 just to get it to at least the Bears.
It's going to be a bloodbath.
Because literally everyone wants to trade out right now, including the Bears. The Bears also want to trade up. It's weird.
Don't.
Broncos want to trade up. Like, it's such a weird situation in this draft
because
because
Broncos want. Oh, they're at 20.
There's no clear guy.
This
really
happens every time there's no quarterbacks, and it's just
it does.
It just ruins everything because like you go from quarterback at 1 and 3 and 6, and now you get quarterback at 1, and who knows?
I know. And I mean, like the Ashton Genty situation's throwing everyone off because, you know, he's that guy, he's that good, but do you really want to take a chance on a running back? I have an idea for which team could take that chance. But let's get into it right away. Nick, who do you got with number 1?
If it's going to be the Titans, probably Cam Ward. I mean, it's tough to say give Will Levis another shot, but they also wanted to bring in somebody to give him competition, so that kind of makes the sense too. Again, after that, it's really just truly up in the air. The Browns should probably go quarterback and then follow it up with probably Shador, but they can also go with everybody else they can follow with Abdul Carter.
I mean, I think the second best player in this draft is Abdul Carter.
Yeah.
But they did come out and say the 2 and 3 are looking to trade back, so I don't know if it will be the Browns, but Abdul Carter should be the pick at 2.
I'm actually looking at a mock draft where someone doesn't even have Shador in the top 5.
That's not that crazy.
I mean, yeah, no. The very first one we saw.
Actually, no, they don't have Shador in the top 32.
Yeah, I said like a month ago. He's dropping.
That's crazy.
He's dropping. Dart and Miller are going up.
He's dropping.
He's got his number retired.
I was about to say.
No reason.
Yeah, we need to change. It shouldn't say Shador Sanders. It should say Deion's kid. Like,
wow.
Bro,
wow,
they had
crazy.
a losing record and got their number retired.
It's not about the wins. It's about the feeling.
It's about the vibes.
It's about the vibes.
Yeah, I'm
Those
feeling
are
icy.
horrible vibes.
No, they
Horrible
were
vibes.
good vibes
They
in
were
Colorado. But the Browns, if they don't trade out of 2,
Abdul Carter.
Load anything.
I don't think so.
You think they go Hunter?
I think they go Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter at 2.
Yeah.
The other ones I see a lot of Giants trying to get Shador at 3.
I'm thinking in terms of like you want Myles Garrett to be happy. Go put someone opposite of him who's just as hard to block so we can't double.
I guess, but I feel like that's not really a position of need for the Browns. I feel like they either need another corner or they need a wide receiver with the team they have.
I suppose. Yeah, I mean they need a ton of stuff. They're in dire need.
I mean, that's what happens when you're the second overall pick. You need a lot of things, but
yeah,
a good D line can change an entire defense.
That's very true.
Saw the Super Bowl, the Eagles.
Yeah, Martin
D-line.
Perez isn't getting Tommy John.
Okay,
Breaking news. That's good.
That's good.
He's been starting pretty
That'd
good.
been
so far.
number 7.
Giants at 3.
Giants, I mean, look, man, they're all over the place.
We need to
as
call
well.
Hunter.
We need to call Hunter for this one.
Yeah,
'cause
right?
I have no clue what the Giants are trying to do. I've heard that they want to trade out. I've heard fans say that they
See if we
they don't even know what they want their team to do, and they'll be upset with whatever they do. And they might have the chance to draft Abdul Carter, and they would still be upset about it.
I feel like if we call Hunter, he's gonna say like take Mason Graham, just because Michigan. He's gonna say
Just 'cause Michigan.
Yeah, Danny Wolf. Take Danny Wolf.
Hmm.
Oh my goodness. All right, so the CBS one, I see Cam Ward 1, Travis Hunter 2.
See, I'm thinking in terms
Abdul
of
Carter 3.
Of Brian Dabble. He's trying to like save his career right now.
I've also seen people saying, okay, if they draft Abdul Carter, then you have Kevon Thibodeau. But I've also seen trade rumors of him.
I feel like in terms of the rest of that, the 2022 draft was like insane. But in terms of like where this Kayvon Thibodeau, he kind of might have been not, I wouldn't say a bust, but he did not fulfill that 4th overall expectations.
That's
5th overall.
That's fair.
The CBS
That's
one
fair to
has the
say.
Bears taking Calvin Banks Jr. at 10. I like that.
That's not bad, actually.
After Will Campbell went 4th to the Patriots.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, and Armand Membo.
Membo at 7?
Yeah, Membo at 7.
I've seen a lot of Tyler Warren propaganda at 7 now.
Tyler Warren propaganda.
I've seen a lot of
Like,
Tyler
way more
Warren
than I should
propaganda,
be.
bro.
Well, they have him going to the Colts at 14, which I think that's a great move. Even though they did extend Mo Alley Cox, it's he's not the guy. He's not that guy, pal. Where else? Where's that other tight end that everyone's harping about too?
Loveland.
Yeah.
Yeah, Loveland.
Colton Loveland.
Yeah,
right?
I got to see if any. Oh, okay, so the Giants do end up getting Shador Sanders, but all the way at number 32 after they trade with the Eagles, according to this mock draft.
Okay.
So he still falls into the top in the first
Do they have,
round.
do they have like Dart or Milrow going?
I don't believe so.
So, you know who else? Milrow has been shooting up boards. And that Tyler
Tyler Shaw.
No, it's not.
It's not?
It's not.
They have the Packers taking the Ohio State wide receiver.
Shauk.
Egbuka?
Yeah.
He's good.
Shauk.
He's good.
That would be fantastic for Green Bay.
Okay,
that would be terrifying.
So the Chargers, they have the Chargers taking Colston Loveland at 22, according to this one.
I've actually also seen some Bears propaganda where they're
they
like,
just signed Tyler Conklin. What did they just sell their tight end for?
Tyler Conklin? Yeah, that's going to solve all the
Yeah.
problems.
Come on, bro. I've actually seen some propaganda where they're like, hey, Brisker didn't play the whole last of that half season there.
What, they want like what?
Draft a safety.
Like Starks? Malachi Starks?
I don't get
at 10?
that, but
yeah.
I don't get it. But if they did it, would I be that upset?
I mean, with Brisker, it was an issue of just like, oh, is he okay? All right, he's fine. Okay, is he not okay? Now he's not okay. It's just he didn't even know at a certain point if he was okay or not, according to what the medical staff was telling him.
It was a concussion, so I mean, don't put it past him that he probably doesn't know. But I still,
that confused.
I wouldn't be mad if that's a thing they do. I definitely wouldn't want to bench Brisker
Yeah.
because he is a game changer in that safety role there.
Again, it's not a matter of I don't want him. I just don't want the Bears to have this opportunity. I really want the Raiders to draft Genty just so that the Bears just don't have that question of what if they took him, or like if they do take him, he ends up being a bust in any sort of way.
Nah.
I just don't want. I don't believe he is going to be a bust.
I don't think he's going to be a bust.
I just don't want that headline surrounded by the Bears
I know.
again. I don't need that
want
distraction.
I
Is
think
that too extra? That might be too extra.
No, I think
I just don't
the
see
latest
any-
rumor of where he goes is a little bit more fitting.
And what's
The
that?
Raiders. I've seen the Jaguars a little bit.
He goes to Duval.
Which
Why?
I
They
don't
have
think they're not
Tank.
doing that.
You got Tank and Travis Etienne Jr.
Okay.
Give Tank the ball.
I know, but huge up. Apparently, they see Ashton Genty bigger upgrade than Tank Bigsby,
That's crazy.
Running back is the least of their problems. They need to fix everything else.
and everyone thinks that they're gonna pick him now.
No.
And honestly, I could see it happen. Then they trade Tank.
If I were the Jaguars, I'm running in Mason
Bad
Graham.
move. Bad move. But I think that's the way they're gonna
If
go.
I'm the Jaguars right now, I'm taking that card and I'm putting Mason Graham's name on it so fast we're running it up.
That's what they have.
Yeah.
That's what they have at Mason Graham at 5.
Like, there's no way to mess that up.
You go Mason Graham and Josh Allen.
He's the second best defensive player. I don't know. Depends what you call it, Hunter. Easily the second best defensive player in the draft.
What do you want for the Jets? Talked a little bit about it, but
I
what do you
mean-
want? What do you want?
Tell me what you want.
Tell me what you want, damn it!
I mean, I want the tackle. I've seen a lot of Campbell at 4, and then Membu possibly at 5 or 6. I think best case scenario for the Jets, trade back to about the 10. I'm not saying they're going to trade with the Bears, but trade back a couple picks, get another second rounder because they need a receiver. And there's so many good second round receivers like Noel, Higgins, Beck, Kyle Williams. There's so many good ones. Trade back to about 9 to 11 and hope that either a tackle falls in like a Membu, Kelvin Banks.
Kelvin.
Kelvin.
Kelvin?
Kelvin. It is Kelvin.
Yeah.
And then hope that either Kelvin Banks is there or not Tyler Warren. And then you got the extra second rounder. You get some receivers in the second. If they stay at 7, it's going to be a tackle.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think they're like doing this Tyler Warren smokescreen to get someone to trade up.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they're taking a tackle.
This is a very weird draft because it feels like a lot of people want to trade out, but no one wants to trade in other than
It's-
maybe the Broncos.
It's a
and
lot of
maybe
depth.
the Bears.
Like the draft, there's no it's not a top heavy draft. It's a lot more
It's
more
not.
depth. So I think any pick from up to like early round 4 could be like a day 1 starter.
So I think we both saw the same reel maybe on Instagram. I think it was the example was for the Detroit Lions at 28 to possibly trade up with the Giants. If this was fair, I think it was the 28th overall pick, their 3rd round pick from this year. I think a second from next year, and then another 3rd from next year.
You're not moving up 25 spots without 2 first rounders.
Okay.
I don't think anyone moves back for just a couple day 2
And
picks.
like I said, I could be wrong on what the 3 other picks were, but somewhere the 2 guys in that podcast were like, "Oh yeah, no, that's a good trade because all the depth, all the good spots are going to be in the upper 20s."
Were they
and
Giants
teens."
fans on that podcast?
I think I don't know
Because no Giants fan wants to move back 25
Like I said, it was just a
spots.
quick reel that I saw. I don't even
No.
recall the name, so
No.
it was more or less just kind of maybe me set up this question of like, is there enough need in the teens, 20s? Is it worth that to maybe even be able to
I
trade?
mean, there's
up,
always
trade
going
up?
to be someone who falls, and it's just how badly someone wants that one player. Because it just happens sometimes.
I think this year it matters on that fall in the draft and which teams are going to bite at certain positions, who's going to bite on the Ashton Genty, who's going to bite on the tackles early, to where someone's in a spot at, say, 25 and they don't think that any of their top on their board tackles are going to be there because the tackles all went off
I think it'd be even
earlier
than
than
that.
expected.
Because the runs happen at any time. Like someone hops up at like 11 and takes like Jalen Walker, and someone else is gonna be like, "Oh man, I want my edge rusher. Let me hop up to 12 to take
Yeah.
Shamar Stewart." And then, or 5 edge rushers in a row, and then someone's like, then a wide
Do
receiver run.
We
could
see a
happen.
string of wide receivers in like the beginning of the 20s.
Like I think like
I feel like
probably
end
around
of the
there.
teen-
I
end
think,
of the teens,
I
beginning
think
of
of like the
20s.
2022 draft when Garrett Wilson, Jameson Williams, Chris Olave all in a row, and then It's just someone gets one, someone else has to hop up just to make sure they get their guy. Which there's a lot of depth. Like there's no top end. So same thing with the tackles. Like if someone trades up for Will Campbell, say the Patriots pass on him, someone else might hop up and be like, I want the tackle too. I want Membu, and it could just like start a chain.
Mm-hmm. When we come back, we're going to have some more questions to ask. I definitely want to ask about certain positions going in runs like that. So we'll bring that back when we come back here on Low Blow Sports.
This is your home for sports.
Longtime fan, sports is like life.
SportsTownChicago.com.
What's up, Chicago? If you're ever, and I mean ever, out looking for good urban food 24/7, come down to White Palace Grill, located 1159 South Canal Street in Chicago. White Palace Grill is open 365 days a year since 1939. I personally love the steak and egg dinner, but whether you like burgers for breakfast, steak for lunch, or French toast for dinner, White Palace is the place for you. The diner is a 24-hour urban oasis. Come now, come later. Heck, come now and later. We never close at White Palace Grill, located 1159 South Canal Street in Chicago. Visit us at whitepalace.com or order with Uber Eats or Grubhub anytime, any day.
Daddy, when you look at me, I could see your wheels turning. About what am I going to be when I grow up? A major league first baseman? Maybe a point guard for a national champion.
The odds of a child becoming a professional athlete are 1 in 16,000. Far-fetched? Maybe. But did you know the odds of a child being diagnosed with autism are 1 in 166? That's right, 1 in 166. To learn the signs of autism, go to autismspeaks.org. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Go to Lux Barbershop for the best barbers and stylists in Plainfield, Illinois. I go there when I have an important event, date, or I just want to look good. The straight razor shave will have you looking fresh and smooth. Lux Barbershop is open 7 days a week. Go to Lux Barbershop for the finest barbers, stylists, braiders, and massage therapists in the southern suburbs. Check out all their daily deals on Facebook, Instagram, and luxbarbershop.com.
Hi, this is Joe Perry and Steven Tyler of Aerosmith for Red. You know, it's okay to rock and roll and party down. Just don't get in that 2,000-pound bullet when you're done and cocked. And please don't drink and drive.
I'm the one that jaded you.
A reminder that friends don't let friends drive drunk. A public service message brought to you by the Ad Council, U.S. Department of Transportation, National Association of Broadcasters, and RAD.
The Chicago Dogs are back on SportsTownChicago.com. Tune in to the season opener against the Sioux City Explorers, Friday, May 28th at Impact Field in Rosemont. First pitch at 7:05 p.m. Hear all the action right here on SportsTownChicago.com.
Kobe is cooking in the lab, bro. He's cooking in the studio.
Gatekeeping.
He's gatekeeping. He's not even releasing them on SoundCloud.
These are all IDs. Yeah.
You can find this on Bronify, actually.
Yo, that's crazy.
Is that where all the LeBron James
Yeah,
songs?
Bronify.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I'm looking at the man on the Lakers.
Sounds better than Bron Cloud, right?
Yeah.
Brown
I
Cloud
get
fell
it.
off in like 2016. Yeah. Yeah, everybody remembers the Brown Cloud era. Just legends.
All right, boys. Back to the draft. I have a question for you since we were just talking about the run on wide receivers getting into the first round. Other than Ashton Genty, is there any shot that another running back goes toward the end of the first round? It's a theme that we kind of see in a lot of drafts. This year, though, it hasn't really been talked about that much. But do you see a guy like Omarion Hampton coming into the first round?
I could see like Caleb Johnson.
Or a Caleb Johnson.
Going like
Although
25.
I would say the only the only team I've really seen Caleb Johnson be talking to is the Bears. It's the only team I've really been seeing that he's talking to.
The same mock draft I'm on right now has Amarian Hampton at 20 going to the Broncos.
I can see either the Ohio State running backs going up there.
Why? Why?
They don't have a running back.
They've had like four.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they got rid of
They just have like four running backs who are all like not that good.
You got Jaleel McLaughlin, who was
I forgot.
Audric Estime, and then they just lost to the Dallas Cowboys.
Williams, Jamal, not Jamal. Jamal Williams? No, that's the anime running back. What's his name?
No. Jamal Williams. You're right.
No, that's the one.
There's two of them.
Is there?
I think so. But anyways,
pulling
is
up
there
the
any
depth chart.
other? I mean, you got Omari and Hampton at number 20.
Javante.
Javante, that's what it was. You got Omari and Hampton at 21 overall rank.
They
You
also
got
have Mayo Sanders.
You have Trevion Henderson at about 30. You got Judkins at 50, but you never know. Maybe he gets up there. And then Caleb Johnson, I feel like, is your top 5 that can maybe sneak into that first round. I think Cam Scadabo is too far out to be drafted in that first round. But is there any way that there's any other, like, how many running backs are you thinking goes in this? Because
I'll put like over under at like 2.5. I think.
Okay, and what are you taking with that?
I mean, Junty, obviously.
Okay, but you put the line at 2.5.
And then
are you taking the over? Or are you taking the under?
I'm taking the under.
The line should be at like 1.5.
No, I think Amarian's probably.
You think he's worthy? All right, then they'll say 2.5.
I'd say 2.5 is probably the
plus
line.
money on the over.
Genty and Hampton should be like the 1-2, and then maybe Caleb Johnson could sneak in around late 20s. If someone hops back into the first, thinks they want a guy.
Actually, I will look it up for you right now. Based on position totals, total corners, let's go. Running backs is 2.5 plus 190
for the over.
Minus 250 for the under.
Wow. Yeah. Well, then like I said, that kind of indicates where that's headed. Yeah, I wouldn't be like, I probably would be surprised just considering the amount of depth that's in there. I wouldn't, change the over under in the second round to probably like
5.
10. Yeah, at least like 7.
Your second and third round is probably
there's
going to
be like 12.
5,
There's going to be like 10 running backs in day 2.
It'd be like 5 or 6 taken from the SEC alone, I would think.
I know,
Something
right?
like that. I mean, yeah, exactly that. Yeah, halfback probably. You're gonna see a lot of tackles. You're gonna see a lot of specialty pieces on the defensive side, cornerbacks and edges all around. But yeah, the depth there for sure is at the halfback position. So.
And then I think the only other question
need to
that
rush.
a lot of people are joking about, how many trades do the Eagles make? Because they are known for making trades on draft day. I think last year they made like 7 or 8.
Oh man.
What are they looking at this year? I guess Ian Rappaport came out and said, yeah, the Eagles are going to be looking to do at least 1 to 2 trades on draft day. It's like, okay.
I'm sure there's a line for that
than
too
that.
somewhere.
I guess my other thing I wanted to is there any team that you could see maybe biting on something that they already have, like we saw with the Michael Penix and Falcons situation last year? Is there a team like that you could see do something like that this year? They already kind of got the guy. I think the Raiders might be in contention for that. Just got Geno, but maybe going out there and getting a quarterback. Same thing, vice versa with the Seahawks.
I wouldn't put it past the Jets to probably reach and take a guy like Tyler Warren or something like that. I mean, I don't think both these tackles will be gone by that 7th spot. I think this one actually is pretty spot on. Maybe not the right order, but these guys all between 1 and 6 are going to be gone between Ward, Hunter, Carter, Campbell, Graham, and Genty. I think they're all going to be gone.
I don't think Warren is like reaching back in because they don't have a tight end. I'm thinking like reaching in means like the Bengals go out and draft like Ted McMillan, even though they don't really need that.
Yeah, that kind of situation where they kind of don't.
Like
they kind of don't really
Jets,
need it, but they will go and pick it anyways.
The Jets are going to take a tight end. It's just going to be on day 2 if like
probably
Loveland,
fits a little bit.
Yeah,
more.
Loveland falls down to 2nd, or Elijah Arroyo in the 3rd, or the guy, the Harold Fanning or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not really.
I could definitely see a team day 2 or 3 like the Seahawks, the Raiders. I mean, I wouldn't even be surprised if the Cowboys take a quarterback day 2. I think those are teams that they have a quarterback good for next year and at least locked up on a decent deal for the next couple of years, but they take a quarterback anyways. I think those are 3 teams that you could definitely see that kind of situation play out, like a Michael Penix, where they just signed a guy for a longer-term contract, but they draft the quarterback anyways. I think those are 3 teams I can see that happening with.
Gotcha.
I'm just like running through like team depth charts in my head. I think like who might take something.
I wouldn't put it past also at this point also like anything the Cowboys do, it's just like for just looking brutal. They have Matthew Golden, wide receiver, going from Texas at 12. Nothing sounds like
See, the fact,
nothing sounds like a quick
the fact
fix
that
for them.
Luther Burden is like the number 6 receiver in this draft to me is crazy. Because he was like the clear cut number 1 before the season started, and to fall all the way back down.
Actually, he's 6th.
I know he's 6
on this one.
I know on ESPN he's the number 6.
Oh, I thought you said 5th.
No.
I know Jalen Noel's also been shooting up. Jalen Lane.
They got like Higgins at number 3 now, just because he had a good combine and Senior Bowl. But
someone's gonna get DK from Florida, and they're gonna be very happy. Another Florida guy that they'll pick up late wide receiver. I mean, him and Ricky were fantastic. Rex is it Restrepo? How do you say it? Restrepo. Whoever picks him, they're gonna get like a Julian Edelman type player there, late round. That's probably another day 2 guy going right there. Like, this wide receiver class is so nice. You can go get Nick Nash, bro.
Nick Nash at 25.
Bro,
like that's
you're gonna go
be a
get
steal.
Nick Nash, and you're gonna be so happy.
That's gonna be a steal. For
Someone's gonna get that. That's your like Puka Nacua right there.
Puka Nacua of FBS.
I mean, even like you want to look at it more. Your running back class, you have Woody Marks at 16 on this, Jaden Blue at 17, Taj Brooks at 21 out of Texas Tech. I mean, some of these guys are some of these positions are so deep this year that it's insane to see some of other players in that position group just be shot up.
Like Ollie Gordon at 22 is
that's
insane.
nuts. He just got so unlucky last year.
Saints are picking at 9?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they take Shador? Why not?
Because who knows what the Saints do? Like
you really think they're going to rely on Derek Carr?
It's just not a good year for quarterbacks. That's my
yeah,
problem.
That's the problem.
Like, I think first
not
round,
that good.
First round you take BPA, and then day 2 you like pick
It's
up.
better
a Kyle
than the
McCord.
other pick that I saw. They have them trading up, and then taking some wide receiver. Might as well take a shot on Shador.
No, I think if you're gonna take a shot on anybody, take a day 2 pick, call up Drew Brees, and be like, tell this guy how to play quarterback. That's your best bet.
What? What?
That's really like just take Kyle McCord like round 4, tell him to call Drew Brees and like live in this house for a couple months.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to disagree on that one.
That's what I would do if I was the Saints head coach.
I mean, you know who else I'm also kind of looking at? Seth Hennigan. A lot of people have been going up. He's been shooting up draft boards recently, sitting at 15th as a quarterback. I mean, you just look at this top 10 of quarterbacks in this draft class, and there's honestly, in me, I don't see any star potential on any of these guys.
Damn.
I don't. I hate this quarterback class this year.
I mean,
the fact that Cam Ward is going number 1 over Abdul Carter.
Riley Leonard's draft eligible. I
Crazy.
thought Riley Leonard was a sophomore.
No, he's a graduate senior. He graduated. I think he graduated Duke and then to Notre Dame.
Did he?
Yeah. I mean, shoot, you got Quinn Ewers in here. Man, I don't remember when Quinn Ewers left high school to go play college ball in the spring
He
league.
just wasn't good.
And he just never could hit what everyone thought he was going to be.
See,
yeah, now they got Tyler ahead of Jalen Milroe.
This one's interesting. So Chad Reuter on NFL Network, his 7th round, his 7, what is it, 7.0? Okay, he just has a 7-round mock. He has Jackson Dart.
7-round mock is crazy.
Ball nowhere. He's ball nowhere. Oh my God.
Jackson Dart at 9 to the Saints.
That's insane.
So maybe a little quick to judge when you said ball nowhere.
Ball knower.
Yeah.
Certified ball knower.
That's good. That clip that.
You need like a whole 2-pack of like Bud Lights to just two 12-packs to get through that.
Dude,
My
imagine
God.
sitting at your computer.
Honey, please. I'm like,
You know
no,
how
I'm
long?
in the
You know how
fourth
long?
round.
You know how that probably took him like 2 weeks.
Bro, you want to hear something? He probably has an explanation for every single pick
Oh,
as
for
well.
sure he
and
does.
why
He
it's
does.
a
Yeah.
fantastic
Yeah.
pick for them.
Yeah.
He's probably like,
Yeah.
them drafting
With the 200
Riley Leonard in the 6th round is a fantastic pitch and could be their potential quarterback in the future.
Yeah, Tez Johnson here in round 5.
Probably a lot of chat GPT, I'm sure.
Gosh. Yeah, ball knower. Ball knower.
Certified
for sure.
ball knower.
7-round
Yeah,
mock
he's got all
draft.
7.
Oh my god.
Who's Mr. Irrelevant in that? Can
You
you
got like all
Let's
200.
see.
Do you
like
have it up? Who's
200.
Mr.
Okay, so
Irrelevant?
after in the 7th round, he doesn't have any explanations.
Yeah, he ran out of time.
He ran out
The
of time.
deadline came. The deadline came too quick.
Pissed.
So, Mr. Irrelevant's going to be according to Chad, it's going to be Eugene Asante,
Shout out
Oh my
Eugene.
God,
Auburn
Eugene.
Shout out
linebacker,
Eugene.
senior.
All right. Anything else you guys want to say before
Yeah,
we get out of here?
Shout out the A's for calling out one of my favorite players in baseball.
Oh no! No.
You knew I was gonna do it.
What now?
You sent it to me.
Oh, the
Nicholas-
the Edgar Caro.
No,
Nicholas
the
Kurtz.
A's.
Nicholas Kurtz got called up.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, hello, Nick.
I saw.
Wait for it.
I saw on
Kurtz.
Twitter that the team told the broadcasters like take a pause. So,
Yeah.
like, here comes Nick.
Well, they need to tell their
They
main
should, call
broadcaster.
him, they should probably start calling him Nicholas.
Yeah, Nicholas.
They need to tell their main broadcaster to actually take a
For his
break
career
and
at
stop,
bat.
stop being their broadcaster because she's not good.
Nick Kurtz. Like, you just gotta be safe. You just gotta be safe. Like it's
You
insane.
do. You really do. I would let him trot around the
So
bases.
much dead air.
I would
so
go Nick.
much dead air. Hits first, hits second,
Yeah.
hits third. Kurtz.
I would wait till he hits 3rd. Probably. I would
That's
wait.
hilarious.
I wait till he's back in the dugout or something.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and also shout out Tommy Pham. Did you see the picture of him?
Oh, you
No.
get in the DoorDash.
He got
Yeah, I saw
caught
that.
90 minutes before first pitch, getting a DoorDash outside pizza.
Yeah, people are like, "Oh, did he get cut? What is he doing?"
90
Chilling outside
minutes
the
before
stadium.
first pitch.
He'll always get a pass from me because he's just a fantasy football
Yeah,
guy.
he's a ball
so-
knower, real ball knower. Tommy Pham.
Certified ball knower,
fantasy
Tommy
football guy
Pham.
above all.
I'd like to
love
see
it.
his 7th round mock draft.
God, I respect the hell out of it. I love it. The only thing I would say, come draft day, actually, we're going to be doing the draft show from here. So watch it. We're going to watch through the same place, the same exact channel. So we're going to do it off of the Sportstown Chicago.
You're just doing it in there?
We're going to do it in there. We're going to do it through the TV studio. Sponsored by Ultimate Autographs. So go ahead. Officially sponsored. We're all ready to roll there. I'm excited.
Good to
Can't
go?
wait.
Can't wait for that. I'll be
Yeah.
watching from work. Ready to go? Ready to get anything? Any last things?
No, we're good to go.
All right, boys. Thank you guys for listening. We'll be back here reacting to the draft, reacting to the playoffs, talking some more baseball next week here on Low Blow Sports. So for Kobe Burke, Nick Johnson, and Scotty K, we'll see you next week here on Low Blow Sports.